So here's a story of high strangeness from my, admittedly, very strange youth. When I was 14, 15, 16, 17, I used to spend time with this eccentric old shaman named Austin. He was a walk-in. That's another story for another time, actually. There were actually a lot of stories we might be telling on this channel in sort of a high strangeness playlist section. Anyhow, it was a beautiful summer day. I was actually sitting at the kitchen table with him, as was very common. We would just sit and talk, and all sorts of weird, strange, and wonderful things, phenomena would happen, or deep experiences of vast samadhi would be there, often within 20 feet of walking to the house from me. So we were talking, and all of a sudden I felt this strong urge. I have to go into his backyard. So I go into the backyard, and I had a further urge. I need to go up onto that walking path, which is an old decommissioned railroad track. And as I got up there, oh, it's lovely, big, trees covering it, dappled sunlight, very cool. And I must have been walking for 3 or 4 seconds, and all of a sudden, I almost shit my pants. And I remember it was so visceral. I was like, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on?" I stopped it from happening, and then I found that my body was completely immobile, like it wouldn't move. And I was like, "Okay," because I didn't feel any fear. I didn't have any reason for this to be happening. And then I saw it 50 or 60 feet ahead of me on this walking path was a large black animal, which also had these peculiar heat lines, like a distortion sort of field all around it. And this was actually strange also because it was very cool up on this tree-covered path. And so my mind is rapid fire trying to assess if this is a threat or not, or what's going on here. And it's thinking, is this a dog? Is this a wolf? It didn't seem to be either one of those. It was very large, and it was moving like this, slowly, like a cat. And it was much larger than any cat which lives in southeastern Wisconsin. And I'm thinking, jaguar? And then, I think more primal forces sort of took over the calculus, and all of a sudden I find myself running in the opposite direction as fast as I could towards Austin's house. And then my mind is thinking, oh dear, you saw that program on the Discovery Channel where it said you're not supposed to run away from big cats because that gets their chase instinct. And in those seconds I'm thinking, oh God, these might be the last seconds of this life. Well, it was a good run. I was expecting claws or teeth to be bearing into my back, but it didn't happen. And so I make it to the kitchen door, open the door, close it, kick the other door closed with my feet, and Austin's on the ground of the kitchen. He's laughing, belly laughing, rolling around. He couldn't get a word out, and I couldn't get a word out because I was scared shit. And sort of hyperventilating, and I'm like, and he laughs even louder when he hears me doing that, and then he gets words out. It's like, oh, that was just the etheric jaguar out there, it was actually a great honor that they introduced themselves to you. That's the guardian spirit that volunteered to be associated with this property and take care of me. That it showed itself to you. He was saying that. You're part of the family. I was like, oh, yeah, did I piss him off? He said, and he's like, no, he's perfectly fine. The jaguar's laughing too, and that was that. So did I experience an etheric jaguar? Who knows? But I did have one of those experiences that really undercut sort of the materialist, reductionist view of reality. So I'm going to be sharing, I think, a separate playlist on this channel, more of the weird and strange and wonderful experiences that have accompanied this lifetime. So thank you very much. And if you want to, you can like and subscribe. That's what everybody says at the end of these videos. So, go to it. Okay.